Good Monday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is your outlook for January 19th, 2015. We're going to have this system here that was affecting our area yesterday with some heavy rain and some freezing rain early on and went over to rain. That has now moved up into just north of Maine into southeastern Canada here. And we're now going to be left with partly cloudy skies here in its wake. Might be a little bit more clouds than sun earlier on to start, but I think it gets a little bit better throughout the day here. Also have some breezing conditions of wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour in some locations. And then we're going to move a little bit further here to Tuesday. Tuesday is also another day where we expect temperatures to be partly to mostly sunny. And then this piece of energy dive down here will fall apart here that you see that just diving into the picture here. Next one we're going to focus on is a clipper system that's going to come in here on Wednesday. Now, there's some a little bit of disagreement with this. The American models and the foreign models are actually, as is usually the case, they're actually opposite in their thinking here. If you looked at the foreign models a couple days ago, they were very, very robust with this clipper on Wednesday, and the American models were not thrilled. But now the roles have flipped a little bit. The foreign models are now not thrilled. You can see that here on the European model, not really showing too much here, just some light stuff, maybe an inch or so of snow. Same thing pretty much on the Canadian model, and that is because this thing is taking a path too far to the south, kind of like this, just straight across Virginia, and ends up right out here without really developing this thing here, even when it hits the shoreline. That keeps everything lighter up here, up top here, and that's it. So in this case, you'd be dealing with snow showers as opposed to an accumulating snowfall. Let's go over to the GFS now. This is a zoomed-in version of the GFS here. You can see very low pressure here, similar to what the European model has, except it's a little bit further north. It gets more people into the action here with snow here. And this is light snow here, but you do get a couple inches out of this. You can get on the GFS, you're looking at about maybe like a 1 to 3 inch snowfall, we'll call it, probably closer to the 1 than the 3. And then we go over to the NAM here. This is the latest NAM run we had this evening here, and this is now showing the system coming right down here, exiting near the Delmarva, and then heading just south of Long Island with some rapid development rate in this area here, which leads to some heavier snowfall here back in this area here. So this would be a 2 to 5 inch snowfall if this were to occur. So every once in a while you get these systems here. If the clippers, generally they drop just a quick inch or maybe 2 inches if you're lucky as these systems move down here. But every once in a while you get one taking the perfect track here. And it's usually when it happens just south of the Mason-Dixon line, and you get some redevelopment and off the coast here, and where it rounds the curve here. If that can happen, you can get into some bigger snows here. We're not talking about blizzard conditions here. Let's be realistic here. We're only talking about 2 to 5 versus 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, but it's something we're definitely going to pay attention to. Especially the NAM and the SREFs are showing that idea that this could get a little bit more interesting as we get here during the day on Wednesday. Right now, it looks like for most areas, it's within an hour or two of noon to start on Wednesday and going through the early to mid-evening hours. That's our best timing we can give you right now. We'll narrow this down with the first call today if we see the need to, and the models maintain this. This is as of the overnight runs of the models that we're looking at now. Going beyond that, Thursday and Friday look like they're going to return to mostly sunny skies, still remaining cold though. And then same thing as we get into the weekend here. Now we're going to be watching this system here off the southeastern U.S. coastline right now. Models are saying no-go. It's not coming up the coast, but just a couple days ago it was showing this come up the coast here. This is still a possibility. We'll keep an eye on it just in case. I think the models have a better handle on these systems once we get into, now that we're past the system that hit us yesterday that may have been causing some problems with that. We'll see what's going on with this system later in the week if that is in fact going to be happening. This would be next weekend. We'll get into that as we get a little bit closer. Right now we're focusing on what's going to be happening here on the Wednesday time frame, and whether or not we have something dealing like this here with some snowfall or something like the GFS has something in between. Right now we'll just sit back and wait for the models to sort themselves out, and we'll have a first call out this evening and send out text alerts to our My Pocket Meteorologist members. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for January 19th, 2015. Have a great Monday.